One day, standing up from your chair feels a little harder than it used to. A few months later, climbing the stairs leaves you out of breath, and by mid-afternoon, your energy is just gone. Most people blame this on getting older, but that's not what's happening in your body. Your body runs on a vitamin that almost never crosses anyone's mind, and after 60, it gets harder to hold on to enough of it. It's not vitamin D, and once you know what it is, you can start fixing it with food from your own kitchen. That vitamin is thiamine, also known as vitamin B1, and it turns food into fuel your body can use. That fuel runs every cell in your legs and every nerve that tells those legs to move, and without enough of it, your muscles run short on power. The glucose from your meals doesn't convert into energy the way it should, so those nerve signals stop firing as cleanly as they used to. The daily target is small, just 1.1 to 1.2 milligrams a day, but small doesn't mean easy to hit once your body stops cooperating. And that's exactly where age comes in. After 63 things work against you at the same time, you tend to eat a little less overall, so less B1 comes in through food, and your gut absorbs what you do eat less efficiently than it did decades ago. Your body also clears it out of your system faster than before, according to the National Institutes of Health's Office of Dietary Supplements. And if you take a diuretic for blood pressure or a heart condition, that's one more strike, since those medications increase how much thiamine you lose through your kidneys. That combination is exactly why this gets missed for so long. The signs build slowly, so you write them off as a bad week or a rough patch, right up until a rough patch turns into a pattern. None of this means your body is failing you, only that it needs a little more help getting what it's always needed. So here's how to know if this is already happening to you. Comment your age and where you're watching from, so we know who's checking these off today. We'll start with the signs people notice first and end with the one that ties the other four together. Number 5 is afternoon fatigue that doesn't lift, no matter how much you sleep. It shows up early because your cells run on a fuel shortage before anything else in your body reacts. A full 8 hours of sleep can still leave you dragging by 2 in the afternoon. Number 4 is trouble concentrating, or a fog that wasn't there a year ago. Your brain uses a large share of your daily energy, so when B1 runs short, clear thinking gets harder before most other symptoms even appear. You might notice yourself losing your train of thought mid-sentence more than usual. Number 3 is burning or tingling in your feet. It tends to get worse at night, and it often shows up with leg cramps that seem to come out of nowhere. This one points straight at your nerves, since thiamine keeps that signal between your brain and your legs running clean. And there's a common habit that makes it worse, one we'll get to right after we cover what to eat. Number 2 is legs that feel weak or heavy, doing things that used to be simple, like standing up from a chair or climbing a short flight of stairs. Left uncorrected, that weakness can slowly turn into real muscle loss, so catching it early matters. And number 1 is irritability, or a low mood with no clear cause. It's easy to blame on stress or a rough week, but it's also one of the quiet early signs that your body is running on empty. On its own, any one of these 5 signs could mean almost anything, but together they point in one direction. The good news is that fixing this starts with food you already know how to cook, not a supplement aisle. Number 4 is pork, specifically a lean cut, like loin or tenderloin. A 3-ounce serving gets you roughly 2/3 of your daily B1, which makes it the richest common food source there is, and a simple pan-seared chop at dinner takes care of most of the day in one meal. Number 3 is seafood, mussels or salmon, if pork isn't your thing. A cup of cooked mussels covers around 1/3 of your daily need, and a 3-ounce serving of salmon gets you close to 1/4. Either one turns an ordinary dinner into real progress toward your daily target. Number 2 is legumes and whole grains, such as lentils, black beans, and rice. A cup of cooked rice alone adds a meaningful amount on its own, and it's an easy plant-based option for lunch or dinner. It works just as well as a side dish or as the base of a bigger meal. And number 1 is a simple snack swap, pistachios or sunflower seeds. Swap them in for chips or crackers, and you're ahead before you even notice, since an ounce of pistachios covers around a sixth of your day's B1. Keep a small bowl on the counter, right around when that fatigue from sign 5 tends to hit. You won't need a special trip to the store for any of this. There are ordinary groceries you can pick up on a normal shopping trip, and that's exactly the point. Mix even 2 or 3 of them into your regular week without changing anything else about how you eat, and you're already covering most of what your body needs. Now remember the tingling and cramping we just covered. There's a common habit that makes all of that worse, and for a lot of people, it's alcohol showing up more often than they'd admit. Alcohol gets in the way of B1 at nearly every step your body needs to use it. It reduces how much your gut absorbs, it interferes with how your liver stores it, and it blocks the process that puts it to work. This doesn't mean giving up a drink for good. It means that drink is competing directly with the nutrient your legs and your energy depend on, and the more regularly it happens, the more ground you're giving up. There's a second habit worth adjusting, too. Your body doesn't absorb one big dose of B1 well, since intake above a certain point just gets wasted instead of used. So spreading B1-rich foods across your meals works better than loading up all at once. A little pork at dinner and a handful of pistachios in the afternoon beats one huge serving on a Sunday. And one more thing before you change anything. Talk to your doctor before starting a new supplement, especially if you're already on medication for blood pressure or your heart, so you stay safe while you fix the real cause. Your tired legs and your fading energy were never just about getting older. They were your body asking for a nutrient almost nobody thinks to check, and now you know exactly what to put on your plate to answer that ask. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what we break down next.